I'm Daniel.
And welcome to Competitive Interrogation.
Today, we're with
Mr. Zeuli. And this is my 20th year teaching. Dang. All right. I think I should win, right?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Zeuli,
What's up?
you're, Gov, history, that's your thing.
I'm already off.
What's something that you've learned maybe in college that you don't get to teach but you find really interesting?
Creative writing. I do some things in my classes that I can work in, but I took a creative writing class in college, and it was like one of my most fun classes, just because you don't get to do it anymore. Like, you guys are always writing, papers with evidence, and you don't actually get to write a story anymore, do you?
We learn a lot about you in school, but what are some things that you do outside of school?
I got a new kid. He's 16 months old, so he takes up almost all that time. But I golf. I'm in a men's golf group. We play once a month. I go to the gym. What else am I doing? I'm coaching JV baseball again this year, so I'm busy, but not with a lot of stuff. I should probably touch the screen.
So, a lot of people, most of the history teachers that I've had have said that they have a special interest when it comes to history. What's your special interest when it comes to historic eras?
Well, I've always taught U.S. history, so even when I was at Ramona before I came to Bonita, I taught U.S. history. So U.S. seems to be what I'm good at because I've been teaching it for a while. But I always say in my classes, when you get to college, if you just need to take a fun class, take a history class that you want to learn about, like the Civil War, or in your case, World War II, or whatever like that. So I don't know, to answer your question, something U.S. history.
If you could buy anything, like an item or even a concept, free of charge, what would you buy?
Just like any item?
An item or a concept, like we had Mr. G said like scuba gear, and then Lizardi said I think Yip said you.
I want a private jet. I want to fly around. I want to fly around like Taylor Swift. I can take my friends to Vegas. We can be there in 30 minutes. I can go to New York. I can be there, you know what I'm saying?
I think you and I have talked during your classes extensively about different types of music.
Uh-huh.
What would you say your biggest hot take is when it comes to music?
My hot take is there's not much good music being made anymore. You guys are the generation that has like all the music at your fingertips. You don't have to record them off the radio like my generation did. You guys can play any song from any artist at any time, and you guys still only listen to like the same 4 artists. That's probably my hot take on that. You guys have no idea what the struggle was when you had to listen to the radio to hear your favorite song, so you could hit record, so you could have your own copy.
So building off of that, what is your favorite genre of music?
Oh, like metal for sure. As far as I grew up, I like everything, but as far as during mine, yeah, like the new metal. Led Zeppelin's my favorite band of all time, but I'm down with all the Deftones is another one of my favorite bands. That's the era I grew up in. But I also grew up in the 90s with hip hop, Tupac, Biggie. So my music is very diverse. I pretty much like everything except for country.
We've also talked about concerts that you've been to.
Uh-huh.
Which one of those is your favorite?
The greatest concert, without a doubt, was Rage Against the Machine at the Great Western Forum, and they played with Gang Starr and Queens of the Stone Age. It was the absolute best concert I've ever been to in my life, hands down, no question about it. The end.
So this is a question we ask all of the teachers. How do you think the other staff members here would describe you?
Me? I would hopefully say nice. I'm funny, I think. I don't really, I would say that most people that I do talk to probably have no problems with me. But I don't know what they say behind or what they think of me otherwise. But the weird thing is with teachers, we don't know how each other are in our classrooms, like with students, that's all that matters. So it doesn't matter what they think of me personally, we're coworkers.
Some of my favorite movies have been shown in your class. What would you consider to be your favorite movie that you show inside of class?
That's a really good question, because I don't just show movies, for the record, just to show movies. Yeah. But for historical, I really like Cinderella Man for the Great Depression. That one's really, really good, and most of the students seem to like that one. But it's the Vietnam movie of The Greatest Beer Run, I think, is the one that most of the kids like because of, and I like it too, just because it's a different story, and it does a very good job of showing exactly everything we're teaching.
What would you consider your favorite that you don't show in school?
Like off the top of my head, Shawshank Redemption. That's an amazing movie, which is not like school related that I would watch. I absolutely love, and I can quote Tommy Boy and Dumb and Dumber like nobody's business. Before we had the internet, like we just had DVDs or VHSs, and those are the ones we had in our house that me, my brother, and sister could agree on.
What is the craziest experience that you've had that you rarely get to share?
Craziest experience? I would probably have to say, like, very few people would understand is like when I worked at Disneyland and doing fireworks and stuff like that, like driving the crocodile in Fantasmic. Like, how many people can say they drove a 25-foot crocodile?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah.
They even took pity on me. They even took pity on me, and I'm still lost. Well, I didn't lose horrifically.
No, you didn't. Oh, I thought we were gonna have time to conversate.
Yeah, no. Well,
Yeah.
oh no, he knows the boost timings. He does play this game.
Yeah.
Don't squish me.
Oh, Claire might have a chance here. Nope,
Nope,
immediately got
Eli.
that. Like you said, you at one point worked for, the mouse. What is the total story there?
I got the job as a senior in high school when it was way easier to get to Anaheim and it only took 20 minutes. I grew up in Diamond Bar. Disney paid enough back then to pay your bills and gives you insurance, so it was a perfect college job, and that's just what I did all through college. I bounced around at Disney. I went from the rides to driving the floats and then eventually to the fireworks. Yeah, I got the job here in Bonita at Ramona in '06, and so that's also ironically my last year working for Disney.
And we're coming up right here on
The clean sweep?
a 4-0
You know what?
from Mr. Zeuli.
Alrighty.
All right. And
All right.
And
So
back to the studio.
back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Back to the studio.